Dude, the Cleveland Browns, I'm so happy to see this news that they're going to be starting Dillon Gabriel and finally bench Joe Flacco. Dude, nothing against Joe Flacco because I do love Joe. I really do. The fact that he's been in the league this long, he's just one of those quarterbacks that kind of reminds us of the good old days, with some of the quarterbacks who are honestly out of the league now. But you watch those Cleveland games, it's like, dude, Joe Flacco can barely move. Right, like he's barely moving in the pocket, and when he does hold on the ball, it's like, holy shit, get rid of the fucking ball, Joe Flacco. And dude, I mean, you look at interceptions thrown per game this season, the Browns are at 31st. Like Flacco right now has them at 1.5 interceptions per game, like damn near 2. Like holy shit, dude. And with Dillon Gabriel going in, this is I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he can do because, there's a lot of people that will just be like, well, it's the Browns. He's going into a bad situation. It's not favorable for him. I'm like, okay, let's just throw him in there and see what he can do. Because having Joe Flacco in there, what the fuck are we even wasting our time with that for? It makes no sense. You have 2 young QBs that you just drafted, Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, right? So Dillon Gabriel, we're gonna see him play. Give him a shot. Let's see how it goes. Give him a couple games. Give him 3 games. See how it goes. If it's atrocious, all right, throw Shedeur out there. See how Shedeur will play. See who's better between the quarterbacks because, there's some people, like I said, they'll just be like, oh, well, it's just the Browns. I'm like, no, dude. Once upon a time, there was a quarterback there who actually looked like a damn franchise quarterback, and now he's Tampa Bay's franchise quarterback, Baker Mayfield. And at the time, like Cleveland's defense, Cleveland's overall team, they were solid. Like they don't look the best right now. Like they look bad, straight up. But they do have weapons. Like they have Jerry Jeudy, they have David Njoku, Quinshaw Judkins looks really good. They do have something going on there. It just looks bad right now. And then you look on the defensive side of the ball, dude. Like Cleveland's defense is damn good, and it's kept them in games. They've been playing opponents tough. I mean, you saw against the Packers, dude. They beat the Packers. A large portion of that was because of their defense. And Joe Flacco and the offense just doing just enough just to win the game. But, dude, like Cleveland is number 1 in opponent yards per game with 222 yards per game. They are number 1 in the league, dude. Right? Number 1 in opponent rushing yards per game was 70 per game. 4th in passing yards per game at 153. Now, one stat that would kind of be disappointing, right? You look at the scoring defense, and they're sitting at 22. Well, I feel like that's just fucking the offense. The offense just putting them in bad situations. It's not favorable. And if your offense isn't doing anything all game, there's only so much your defense can do, and they can only hold on for so long, right? Like there's only so much they can do. And so I'm like, dude, you only got Myles Garrett for so long. And this defense with some of those defensive backs and a couple other defensive players playing at this type of level with Jim Schwartz for so long, and you got to take advantage of it. And you need to experiment. And part of that is throwing those young dudes in there. And I'm glad that the Browns did this because I was really starting to question Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski. I was like, why are they wasting their time with this? Like we just saw it with the New York Giants. The New York Giants, they got problems, right? We're like, oh, well, we don't know about throwing Jackson Dart out there. I'm like, fucking throw him out there, dude. Russell Wilson looks like ass. There is no reason to sit around and have each of these coaches who right now I think I would take Kevin Stefanski, just me personally. But the longer you sit and the longer that QB position just looks bad, management's going to get upset and it'll trickle down. It'll go from management to it'll go from the owner to management, the GM, trickle down to the head coach and be like, okay, well, like we need to see something. We need to throw in this young QB. So I'm like, I'm glad that the Browns are doing this because I was literally about to just like blast them for like wasting their time and keeping Joe Flacco in there. It doesn't make any sense, dude. And it's weird. It's weird. I feel like when you have like an older QB who's just not doing anything, or a QB that's starting for the young guy because you want to bench the young guy, let him learn under the vet, right? I feel like these young guys just bring a level of excitement to the offense and to the rest of the team. I feel like they just give them juice, dude. Like we just saw it with I'm going to keep referencing to the Giants because it's in season. We're seeing the same thing. You saw it with the Giants. Like the Giants, went out and beat the Chargers. The Chargers look like a fucking Super Bowl team right now, dude. Like, they look that good. And, dude, that offense went out there and just did enough with Jackson Dart. He didn't look terrible. He didn't play overall great or anything. He was solid. He was solid, and that's all we ask from a young guy, a first-year starter, is solid. So, you know, man, like, I'm excited because finally we get to see what these young guys are made of. And like I said, I honestly believe if Dillon Gabriel doesn't go out and play his game, it'll be the Shadur show. And if Dillon Gabriel goes out there and balls, hey, man, this Cleveland team could give people some problems in the AFC North. That's all I got to say. If you just look at how the AFC North is sitting right now, hey, who's to say that the Browns couldn't compete? Now, I'm not expecting them to compete with Dillon Gabriel, but hey, man, if he fucking goes out there and plays solid to good, or say he gets benched and they bring in Shadur and Shadur comes in there and plays good. Crazy shit in Cleveland. But all I'm going to say is I'm happy that they did this for those fans of Cleveland because they deserve some hope, man. They just deserve some hope on the offensive side and the defensive side. Mainly on the offensive side because the defense doesn't look too... mainly on the offensive side because the defense already looks great, right? But the offense, we're waiting, and we just want to see. We just want to see, and finally we're going to get it. So we'll see what happens, man.